Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sangean PR-D7 and we'll perform a medium wave evening band scan. Current time is 10:22 p.m. Central Daylight Savings Time near Chicago, Illinois. This is the PR-D7. Pretty interesting radio. It's got a very narrow profile. To give you an idea for size comparison, I brought out this little baby brother, the 9W. Bring this up here. This gives you an idea for size. Difference in price, they're pretty close to the same price. This has a lot more to offer, but the sound quality is better on this radio. Let's see, put this up here. You get an idea for size. Get that into frame. There you are. This one runs on 6 AA's, this runs on 4 AA's. Alright, and then let's see, you got Iron Man. It's always a good little show. A deck of cards looks like with that radio. Thickness, everything else. There you go. Okay, always like to do that in the beginning of the video. Alright, let's bring it down, talk about some of the features, and we'll turn this on and see what we can find tonight on the medium wave. Okay, so I like the white. I'm buying anything white with Sangean because I like to use a high gloss and it doesn't show the fingerprints as badly as the black does. So yeah, definitely going to get the white radios from Sangean from now on until they change this to a matte finish. Over here we have a headphone jack, which I found is not FM stereo. It's just FM mono, both ears. Here we have a DC in, 12 volts, half amp. It gives you the adapter in the box, which is nice. Sangean 3-inch speaker. 1 watt when hooked up to the AC adapter, which is nice. Here we have a dual display. Frequency will be over here. Our clock's always visible. I think that's a really neat feature with this radio. That's one buying point for this radio. And then this next feature, the charge feature, if you have nickel metal hydride batteries in there, it's a smart charger. So when you plug in the AC adapter, it automatically starts charging those batteries if it recognizes they are low. Here's our band select and our step select switch. This radio will tune on 50 kHz and 100 kHz steps on FM and 9 or 10 kHz steps on AM. Here we have 5 presets for AM and 5 presets for FM. Here we can wake up to radio or wake up to alarm. And then we can do a scan, which is pretty much like a browse feature. And here we have an up down for tuning and of course seek up forward and seek down. Our power, of course, sleep function. Got our volume control, really smooth analog. One thing missing from the 9W I showed you here, this is digitally controlled volume, and this is nice smooth. I do like this better. Okay, and then the back of this radio, you get an idea what it looks like. 6 AA batteries go in the back. There's our frequency range. So let's go ahead and turn this radio on. Here we hear tonight. It's got a nice backlight there, nice evenly lit. This is coming in clear tonight. CIAO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts at night. We got a Hindi programming here with some very weird laughter. Nice.
The proof is in the Pennzoil. Based on sequence 4A wear test using
540s WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin, which is about 70 miles away, 400 watts in the evening.
Mallory Pugh and other U.S. actor stars a lot to do a new
There's a station on 540 that I got once using my twin coil with a different radio, which was 1,000 miles away, which is CBK in Canada. You might hear some lightning strikes. There's some storms down in some of these states. We're going to try using the loop too, the passive loop, to see if it affects the stations in the evening. I noticed during the day it did.
Oil and gas. So these are the big
and think about that.
This
That's
man who knows his stuff. This
and that's
Matt
another.
Gates happy.
Well, the other thing is that it shows how an America First policy becoming energy independent.
This is 560 WIND, the answer.
worldwide that
Local
we're not
Chicago.
wedded to having to go to war for oil when we put the needs of our country and the capabilities and the potential.
Did you say in less than a minute what that is, Andy, the manifold document?
Yes, John, that is the ledger of payments, cash payments from...
This is a cool station, WNAX, Yankton, South Dakota.
who was the president of Ukraine.
460 miles away, 5,000 watts. Let's bring a loop in, see if we can't get more volume out of it. Going to use the Texan AM200 here. Let's see that. Bring it on the side.
The problem with it is, while there's no question that Manafort got lots and lots of money from Ukraine and the Ukrainian government, that ledger of cash payments has never been authenticated. He has said it's a fake. And no one is standing behind it as an authentic document.
And we can congratulate the Mueller Report Commission, the Weiss Mueller Report.
It's just a slight bit of gain. I noticed that with a few other stations in the evening, but during the day it adds a lot more gain. Don't know why that is exactly, but this particular radio responds well during the day with the loop. Good thing though about the loop in the evening is you can null out some offending stations if you're trying to tune below or above. A lot of stations here, but I can hear one, WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 140 miles away, 5,000 watts.
Going back to free agency and the fun games to come over the next couple of days.
WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles, 5,000 watts at night.
Clandestine, conversations. Proprietary tools. Intercell online treatment specifically targets the delicate skin around the neck.
610 here. This direction is going to be Columbus, Ohio. WTVN, 330 miles, 5,000 watts.
Third, he gets up a couple of runs and parts runner at second base and 2 down in the 7th inning.
This should be Missouri. This direction here is KCSP, Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles, 5,000 watts.
Home field advantage can go game changer.
Pain is complex and frequently does not respond to conventional
WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
about alternative treatments such as stem cells. But I'm here to assure you that in most cases,
Country music there on CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, a little unstable in the signal, 6,000 watts in the evening. Music there on 640 is WMFA in Peatone, Illinois, 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, music there on 650 we all know is WSM, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles, always a treat to get that nice and clear. Sounds good.
With AMCO. Call 1-800-GO-AMCO for the location nearest you. Wilson gave it a ride.
Ron stares in, gets the sign from the catcher Flowers. The pitch, this one is hit in the air, fairly deep to right field. Going back is Marquez. He looks up, hits in the basket for a home run. Up strike first. Solo home run.
This is WSBC, Chicago, home of the Cubs. Cool thing is the tone control, or not tone control. There's no tone control, but you don't really need it because it sounds very good on the speaker. Also, if you notice, let's tap that. If you look here, there's a 1 with a half circle underneath it. That means preset 1. So it's 670 is on preset 1. Here's our battery level indicator. Ever stationary clock. I love that.
Strike zone. Contreras when he hit the home run. You just
Kind of nice when you're using this radio for a little bit of DXing. You can log right there with your clock. It's nice to have. I mean, I know all the smaller shortwave radios have it, but it's nice to have it on a Sangean like this. And not have to hit a button to see it. Okay, 690 is usually CKGM, Montreal, Quebec. 763 miles. Yeah, I heard ESPN. We'll try loop one last time and see if it does anything with the station. It adds a little bit. Okay.
From those bullets, the 42-year-old driver will be okay. The final pre-trial hearing for the male that pretended to be a missing Illinois teen was canceled.
WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
The sealed motion filed by Brian Riney's attorney over a month ago canceled the final pre-trial hearing and postponed this morning's trial.
You have soft touch buttons with nice little feedback underneath there. They got little clicky switches underneath.
Riney claimed to be Timothy Pitson, the Aurora, Illinois boy who disappeared 8 years ago when he...
Yo, bro, don't be too proud to make this call because...
Oh, this is clear as I've heard this in a long time. This is WOR, New York, New York. 750 miles. It's usually sandwiched between 700 and 720. Amazing.
Like ED, low T, even male enhancement.
I'd like to hear callers here. See if there's something after this commercial.
I made the call, and I am glad I did. 973-354-2276 or elevatemensclinic.com.
Liberty Mutual Insurance presents.
Okay, I'm going to say it's probably 710 WR.
Car insurance for me. I might just give up.
Very cool. Okay, music playing there. I don't want to jam on it. Why do they do that? Stop playing music. 720 WGN, Chicago.
It's Amy Goose. Thanks for being with me tonight. Appreciate you tuning in and sharing part of your Monday evening. It's only Monday. Somehow this is a long day and it already feels like Wednesday, maybe? I don't know. Well, before...
You can see it's my preset number 2.
I got distracted with a Florida man who is my favorite guy ever, and we were having a good laugh about that. But there...
Okay, 740's CFC. I'm just barely trying to break through there. There we go, we got some music now. This is Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Usually comes in really good in my location. Excellent. This is not supposed to have music. This is hilarious. They keep doing these little intros. WSB, Atlanta, Georgia, 630 miles. I'm going to want to hear him talk before I tune away.
Show where it's about you learning ways to save more and spend less, and don't let anyone ever rip you off. Clark.com.
Okay.
It was Worse Than on the Road by Jack Kerouac. It was the chicken bones in a greasy bag.
WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles.
On a bus I once took on my first to Europe in New York, which was a bus ride to Miami in the late 50s. And that's in a chapter called Hegira from the...
NGO came along and said, aha, there's a law in the internet.
Okay, this is not sounding too bad. This is 770, New York City, New York. What I'm going to try here is I'm going to try to null out the 780. I don't think it'll work, though, because 780 is pretty strong. But let's test it out.
Consult with the indigenous community. And so they began looking for indigenous people in this area. And they ended up finding 2. And I would just correct you on one thing. I mean, it wasn't those indigenous people per se. They might have even been working in the mine. But the mining, the NGO, the anti-mining NGO...
It helps a little tiny bit.
These groups are funded by outsiders often. I don't know.
So yeah, did I say this was WABC New York, New York? 750 miles? Sweet.
And the NGOs that are getting...
Sandwich between WJR and WDBM.
Recreational lakes and literally hundreds of miles of beautiful hiking trails.
This is WBBM Chicago, a new station.
Festivals, restaurants, and
number
music
3 on my
all
preset.
waiting too. This summer, venture out in your backyard.
Interesting evening, hearing something on 790. I don't usually hear anything. Definitely getting some interference from 780. Okay.
Great for your joints, great for the arteries, great for your digestion, great for breaking proteins down. There's not anything that's not good.
CKLW, Windsor, Ontario, 270 miles. It's not coming in great. That's usually WGY, Albany, New York.
As a chair of the Democratic National Committee, and now he's running against Lindsey Graham. He's a great guy. He's building the organization that's needed to give Lindsey a fight. And let's talk about Lindsey.
Two different stations are kind of crossing over. One's a local that goes powers down, and one's from Fort Worth, Texas.
You get to see a really interesting debate.
WBAP.
Every day, right? I mean, Flipper is...
Yeah, it's been annoying.
And then in the Boston game, he was really good against a really good lineup. And I thought, wow.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
He won in the zone.
Yeah, it's an anomaly. It's an anomaly.
Well, you know, we live in a culture where unless
WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky. This is my go-to station for coast to coast. I do like to listen to some of the programming. Some of it's kind of out there. And I'll listen to something else, but something else catches my interest. I'll listen to it.
We are so inured to authority figures. You know, Robin used to get so mad at me.
KOA Denver. This one's pretty decent. When I can get it clear, about 900 miles. Typically, most of my radios can pick this up on a good night. CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles.
It's hard not to get a big head with bands like these.
Listen, man, you're the greatest, bro. Love listening to you, and it's really cool to be able to talk to you on the phone, man. So, wow, where are you from? Your honesty is so refreshing and so brutal and beautiful.
Okay, waiting for callers. WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles, coming in clear tonight. Music playing, come on. More music playing still.
All right, Todd Rosiak covers the Brewers.
Okay.
Sarah Feinberg says the photos and videos should be put online for all to see. The Post quotes Feinberg as saying...
This is 880 WCBS, New York City. Usually easy to get. This is 750 miles.
$8 million to fare beaters this year.
Having a good time out there.
I've heard things about music tonight. What is going on?
4th of July fireworks show in Jersey City. Akron is from Jersey City. Last year's event...
Okay. WLS Chicago usually comes in nice without the camera. Camera does add a high-pitched whine to this.
Explain what they're doing, and they...
What a monster.
Yes, mentally he's about 6 years old now. What is it, son?
CHML. Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. I think it's like a sci-fi old-time radio shows they play in the evening. Got some music mixing with this. This would be interesting to fine wire tuning. What's going on? Very cool. A few Illinois stations, Indiana stations, and Michigan stations through here. I'm just going to quickly cruise up to 1,000.
And that's part of where the fear comes into play.
CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba, 675 miles.
I think I'm a little more freaked out by...
The fastest growing auction company in the sports and Americana collectibles industry.
This was WMVP 1000, Chicago.
Which will have items on display at the National Sports Collectors Convention in Chicago, August 1st through...
Learn more about Juul Labs' efforts to combat youth vaping.
KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles away.
Smokers only. Paid for by Juul Labs.
Economic and
yeah, I'm pretty sure he ran as a Republican, so he did identify himself as a Republican.
He did. Only and he's running.
1030 WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts. 880 miles.
We've done 2.5 minutes on Bill Weld here, and I think that's 2.5 minutes more than is necessary.
Picture and a paragraph.
To your story at OurAmericanNetwork.org. Just a picture and a paragraph?
Yep, that's all you need.
WHO, Des Moines, Iowa. 280 miles.
Picture and a paragraph to your story.
Pretty sensitive radio. There's more music. What is going on? Stop with the music. I'm loving it. This is KYW, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
42 freeway northbound under construction, approaching 295. Now southbound on the 42 freeway, the ramp to 295 north is closed for milling and paving. Now, so if you're on 295 northbound, right around.
Okay, cool. Usually Little Rock, Arkansas. Sounds like it's off the air. Nothing's coming through tonight.
Number 2. Only D. Gordon, Ichiro Suzuki, and Whit Merrifield have ever led the Major League
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio. 345 miles.
base hits and in stolen bases.
Sounding good for a ball game, definitely.
Not every family does things like that.
This is Overnight America, KMOX.
At Diamonds Direct, we love
There you go, KMOX, St. Louis, Missouri. About 275 miles from me.
to offer an extra 15%.
At that point, I had a bad feeling. I kind of felt like I knew
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
the Proverbs, gave it to my nephews.
We're just going to cruise up fairly
Judges
quick.
today,
Local,
God is right.
WYLL.
And Paul asked the question.
That might be WWVA, Wheeling, West Virginia, 430 miles.
This speech.
Of course, it was music playing.
There's only so much I'm willing to give on this show.
WHAM, Rochester, New York, 545 miles.
I'm shocked that I'm not getting any calls right now. Where are you?
I know.
1190, got some country music playing there. I'm not sure if that's KDMR or not. Kansas City, Missouri, 400 miles away, 5,000 watts a night. Could be. Okay. This 1200 is a local, Chicago.
Podcast. I know that one of the things you talk about is dealing with stress.
WPHT, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Particular variety of stress, does it not?
Well, a lot of people don't realize
Definitely clicky. Be hard to do in the bed with your significant other there if she's sensitive to the clicking sounds. Could you imagine? You're using headphones, that's what you'd be hearing. I guess they made it a little quieter with this one here. This one's not as bad. There you go. Fun. Just gonna kind of cruise the dial quick now. Let's go up to 1420. I mean, we're gonna hear a bunch of mixed stations here. See if we can pick up anything. just picking a little bit of WOC, Davenport, Iowa. It's about 131 miles away, 5,000 watts. I think this is KZQZ, St. Louis, Missouri. We're up to 1510 here.
The sports movie pod? Yeah, you know, short, sweet, straight to the point. All right, sports.
I think this is KXNO, Des Moines, Iowa. 280 miles, 5,000 watts.
Okay, well, I'll find out what that is coming up. Rita B with us tonight. The other side of midnight.
Local WMBD, Peoria, Illinois.
877-733-1011. Richard Hoagland up for questioning.
I wouldn't call it local. It was 135 miles away, 5,000 watts. Let's get to Nashville here.
And so I went out and I bought one. The idea of going back to smoking.
WLAC.
I couldn't even imagine doing that. I don't think
Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. Country music, I don't think it's KOKC, it could be. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 690 miles. Could have been an intro again for a program.
Deadline moves are bringing in Marc Gasol, who was kind of a big impact in that little thing called the NBA Finals.
1530. It sounds like as you tune, the AGC kicks in, kicks out, cleans up the signal a little bit, which is nice. WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
What in the belief?
Just a good listening experience here on the speaker. Like it.
Regular season.
Okay, let's rock it up.
I think, my daughter,
KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles. I don't know if I said the last station. WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles. That was 1530.
She's not just riding the horse, but learning how to properly take care of them.
1610. Hispanic station out of Toronto, Ontario, CHHA, 460 miles. Nice. Music there, KCJJ, Iowa City, Iowa, 175 miles, 1,000 watts at night. It's nice to catch it when the sundown happens, near dusk.
Learn more at rsnus.com.
KCNZ, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles, 1,000 watts.
Exploring the Xfinity Cubs Radio Network. Man, this is cool. All these people showed up to see me.
World Series, so obviously it remains to be seen. A lot of baseball left to play. A lot of things can happen away from the World Series. So
WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin, 77 miles, 1,000 watts at night.
a lot of things can happen, but I would expect.
Every year, DoD helps more than 1 million veterans. So they can reach.
Usually WPTX, Lexington Park, Maryland, 685 miles.
Now, I'm the greatest overall. They have able to see distance between themselves.
1700 KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles, and that'll finish us up.
I guess it's going to be really interesting here down the stretch to see who is able to pull off the big move.
Back to the bottom. All right, turn the power off, do final thoughts. It also has a sleep timer, which is really neat. Yeah, I love that clock, and that backlit display is really even. Yeah, the clickiness, that's a problem if you're doing this, like your bedside and your partner's sleeping. that could be a little problem. Didn't think of that. This is a good tuning radio during the day, maybe in an office scenario. I would say this would be awesome. So here you go, the Sangean PR-D7. Hope you enjoyed the evening band scan of the medium wave band. If you did, please give me a big like. You guys are awesome. 2 if you like Sangean radios, all different types of Sangean radios, the D7, the D9W. This is cool because it has weather alert. We also have other Sangean radios. I'll put a playlist at the end. Check it out. It'll be up over here, or here, one of those 2 spots. It should pop up if you want to look at more of those. If you're not subscribed yet, just hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future videos. I'm always looking for good Sangean radios. There's a few I don't have still that I'm looking for, and I'll be picking up, definitely. But I do have quite a few right now in the inventory, definitely. So yeah, hit the bell icon, get notified. And 3, of course, comment below what you think about the Sangean PR-D7 AM. I picked this up refurbed for around $39. I'll put links below if you're interested in buying this radio. If there's a refurb link, I'll put it there. If not, new, I think new this radio is like $50 some. Is it a value at $50? You start thinking maybe you do this radio or you do something like this. This is a more modern upgrade. You start thinking about that as an option. But the speaker sounds really nice here. Enjoying that. And it charges the batteries, and it comes with AC adapter and has great medium wave reception. Pretty happy with that. And an FM, of course, I haven't touched on, but in the review video I did. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. Take care, and we'll see you in the next episode.